The 10 News Weather Authority, always watching and tracking for you from the JES Weather Center.
Hello, everyone. Here's where the snow is at right now, stretching from parts of Kansas all the way up through Missouri, through Iowa and Illinois, into Indiana, and then over into Ohio. Little pieces of this are further up towards the northeast and northwest as well, but the bulk of this system is what we're paying attention to right now. Notice as you get towards St. Louis, there's kind of a break in temperatures where it's just warm enough to turn into rainfall. That line is going to be what moves through for a lot of us. In parts of West Virginia, it's going to stay as snow, but for a lot of our regions, it's going to end up coming down as rain. This is stretching further down towards the south, but the southern edge of that system hasn't really linked up with the northern part either. It's going to carry some extra moisture up from the Gulf to help to bring some warmer air as it arrives later on today. Most of today is staying just kind of cloudy and dry. We don't have a lot of that system until we get towards this evening. As it approaches closer to us, again, most of us seeing showers, most of that snow staying up into West Virginia, and then a little bit of that lingers into Saturday morning, but most of us stay dry on Saturday with a lot of wind coming in behind that front and plenty of cold air to go with it. Now, today's temperature's not too bad, pretty close to average or a little bit above it, with the NRV and Highlands just below the 50 mark, and then Roanoke, Lynchburg, and Southside all making it up towards the mid-50s, so above average right now. Technically, we do have a winter weather advisory that stretches from parts of Illinois all the way over into parts of Maryland and New Jersey. The winter storm warning is for a lot of counties in the northeastern part of West Virginia and up into Maryland, as well as parts of New York. For us, it clips western slopes in Pocahontas and Highland County. So those are the spots where we could see a little bit more snow accumulation. The advisory is for some of those spots that could see above 1 inch, but this is pretty localized to just that one zone. And parts of Southside and Lynchburg aren't going to see any snow, and a lot of the flakes that fall elsewhere melt pretty quickly. For a closer look on the future trackers, we get towards about 10 p.m., some snow further towards the north with rain mostly to the south. Around 1 a.m., we can get a little bit of snow on that northern edge of the NRV, and then by about 3 a.m., we dry out and stay pretty dry for most of Saturday. There's some snow showers left over until about 10, but after that, we really dry out. Won't expect much more until later on next week. The dark blue spot, I think, is where we're going to get the snow that's most noticeable in the parts that aren't going to stack up the highest. So the middle part of the Highlands, northern edge of the NRV, that's where we could get up towards 2 to 3 inches, but a lot of accumulation staying under that. Once this system passes out, most of us are looking at pretty high wind speeds, especially in the southern NRV, where it could get up towards 50. Temperatures are in the 30s and 40s on Saturday, improving a little bit for Sunday. Now today, if you're headed outside, it's still pretty decent. Roanoke's getting up to 54. Overnight, we're going to come back down into the 30s for a lot of our lows, some of them even in the 20s. Roanoke's at 34, Pulaski 29, and Danville at 34. On the extended forecast, temperatures are going to be at their coolest on Saturday, increase pretty steadily after that, back towards average on Sunday, well above it for a lot of the week ahead. Showers aren't looking supremely likely on Wednesday, but then on Thursday, we've got another system headed our way. It's going to be pretty light, not too much chance of flooding. We've had enough to kind of get over the drought problems. So thankfully, at least water-wise, things are pretty stable.
Yeah, that's good. Got to get through this first part of the weekend, and then we get some sunshine.
Yeah.
So that's good news for everyone.
Thankfully, too, a lot of the winds as like Saturday evening gets here will be better than they are during the afternoon. So if you have like yard work to do, just wait till Sunday and it should be okay.